Okay, so Cardano Node API, it's a multi-protocol query interface to Cardano Node data. Real quick, Blink Labs is me, the CEO, and Aurora Gaffney, our lead engineer. We've actually brought on a couple other people now, so we're growing. We have decades of open source experience. We're a former SPO, and we've been funded in completed proposals in Fund10. The problem that we're trying to solve is interacting with a Cardano node is difficult. Anyone that's done it understands. The Cardano node client is only available over a local Unix socket. They did this for security reasons, but it makes it difficult to access over a network. Also, the communication is in esoteric data types that are hard to consume, hard to create, hard to deal with. It's a binary protocol for communication. There's limited documentation. The specifications are incomplete. There's a reference implementation, but it's only written in Haskell. And, everyone always says, Haskell is hard. It is. It's not impossible, but it's hard. So, that makes it more difficult as a reference. And this type of data is necessary for dApps or pretty much anything else to build transactions, to register, deregister on chain. Any kind of these activities requires all of this data. So our solution is to create a Node API. Our first task is to build off of funded work from 9 with our Ouroboros library. We want to expose the Cardano node data over HTTP, and we're going to expose it multiple ways over both REST and WebSockets, and then also over gRPC. And we're going to implement a standard for that gRPC query. And that is, we're first going to build the UTXO RPC Go SDK. And this is built in cooperation with TXPipe. So the idea here is to be cooperative instead of doing something entirely on our own. And this also allows us to standardize for users. So building off of the Fund10 work, Ouroboros is a Go language implementation of Cardano's natural language, its network protocols. So in Fund10, we covered the client communications for this, which means being able to talk to a Cardano node, ask it questions. So Ouroboros is the library that makes that low-level communication possible for Go programmers. And so the Cardano Node API is going to use this library to create a richer API on top for dApp developers. We're exposing this node over HTTP. HTTP is the common language of the web. It's used by all browsers, so it's pretty much the standard for communication over the web. An API is a way for applications to talk to each other. It's just a simple, acronym for what that means, for communication. So what we plan on doing is exposing Cardano node's local queryability, its API over the network via HTTP, which is industry standard, and we're going to use common methods of exposing that, which is REST, WebSockets, and gRPC.